What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So today I wanted to talk to you about something that's basically in the form of a stimulus check and getting it every single month for 5 years. It's a huge deal that could be a thing that's spread across this country, but it has to start somewhere. Now, this is not something that they're going to be proposing to the House and the Senate and going through that whole mess. It's going to be something that eventually maybe it will be and, basically written into law in some way. But it's not the case now. And I wanted to talk about this because it is going to be something that if a lot of people get behind, then we can really push this thing to multiple states, multiple areas. So I'll get into this in a second. Before I start, make sure you hit the like button on this video. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. And I do a giveaway every single week. So make sure you go over to my Instagram. Let me know that you want to enter the giveaway and that you are subscribed to both of my YouTube channels. Just DM me, let me know that. But I wanted to talk about this. Now, if you're not familiar with Andrew Yang, he ran for president and he was running for president for the 2020 election. And now it's really just down to Joe Biden and President Trump. So that's really what the choices are there. But he was running for president and his main proposal was UBI, Universal Basic Income, $1,000 a month for every single American until the day they expire. So it was a huge deal to be able to have that and not have to worry about, making ends meet when it comes to paying your normal bills. So getting paid at the poverty line of like $12,000 a year, but then also being able to work without having to hit any income ceilings and then not get the $1,000 a month. So it was a big deal when it comes to that. But he is still championing this. He actually wrote a book about it a while back. I read the book and I also, watched a lot of his interviews, obviously, because I really supported him. So I don't want to get into a huge spiel about why he's an amazing candidate because obviously he's not running anymore, but he is supporting something that I really agree with, really strongly agree with. So we'll get into this. This video that I have here is coming from Ryzen. It's coming from The Hill. And I just want to give them credit for it because it is a great interview from him and the interviewer. So I wanted to give them credit where credit is due. So I should be looking at maybe like a minute's worth of content. Hopefully it doesn't get flagged. But, let's take a look at this and then we can basically talk about it afterwards. So the first piece is really just talking about what he plans to do. And I'm not going to get into the whole spiel of it, but he runs a nonprofit, Humanity Forward, which really just gives money to people that need it in certain communities. There's so many different things, so many different aspects of it, but mainly championing UBI.
And now we're putting into effect a long-term trial in a town in New York State called Hudson, where 20 residents will get $500 a month for 5 years. So it's the longest trial in the United States. And we're hoping to expand that trial in the days ahead because we have other people who are interested in funding it to make it bigger.
So looking at that, when I see that Andrew Yang is looking to take a certain community and build them up by giving them money in a form of a stimulus check, because you're stimulating the economy, the local economy, it's going to help out so many people, so many communities, and it's just going to be a great thing for the country. Now, if we can expand this out to different cities, different communities, and different states, then it could be a big deal, and we wouldn't have to really worry about just getting support for these standard $1,200 stimulus checks. It could be something a lot bigger. So this is why I think that this is really important, because I've always said that, 70% of GDP is consumer spending. So if it is, then we need to get money into people's hands, not money into businesses. So even in this interview, he was talking about how money was put in the wrong places here. It wasn't put in people's hands, it was put in other areas. And I wanted to get into that little clip here. He talks about his biggest regrets really about this bill, about the $2 trillion that went out, what went wrong with it, stuff like that. So let's get into that.
Andrew, what are some of the ideas that you've been most heartened to see Democratic and Republican response since the pandemic began, and what's disheartened you the most?
What's disheartened me the most is the fact that the vast majority of the stimulus money has gone straight into companies' hands. Only 10% or less is going to households around the country. And we're using the tools at our disposal, which is state unemployment offices and the IRS, but those systems are not designed really to get money into the hands of millions of Americans.
Actually thinking about that, now he does go into talking about on the flip side how it could be a positive. It's great to be able to get money into people's hands, some money into people's hands, but not everything. If you're only getting 10% of the money that's actually funded, it's just not a good thing. Like, if 70% of GDP is consumer spending, it makes no sense whatsoever not to put money into people's hands in order to build up the economy. So I like this interview. Obviously, I like a lot of things that Andrew Yang speaks about because he's trying to, get Americans money and build them up, bring the poorer community up to middle class or even higher, give them opportunities that they've not seen in the past. So this is really interesting here to see this actually taking place. It's not anything that's in the form of a bill, because right now we're really waiting for the HEROES Act to take place. It's something that his nonprofit, his company is actually going with and moving forward with it. And if he's taking action, I would say that we just need to get behind it and support it. So this is what I wanted to talk to you about here. Let me know what you think about universal basic income, if this should be a thing. I know a lot of people that still need money would say that it is a thing, but there are people on the opposite side that say that we shouldn't do this, that it'll, collapse the economy, bring down the price of the almighty dollar, and our dollar will be worth nothing. Now, there's arguments on both sides, and I understand both arguments, but for the time being, while we're in this pandemic, I think we definitely need something in place, because what he used to talk about was losing 10, 20% of jobs in this country, and we lost 40 million Americans to basically unemployment. This is absolutely crazy. We're in a time to where UBI is definitely a thing, and we shouldn't be sitting, just on our chairs and eating potato chips. We need to take action and get this money into people's hands. So, like I said, let me know what you think. It's not a formal stimulus check. I can't wait until we actually get news on the $1,200 stimulus check. But this is something that could take place in $500 to $1,000, maybe even more than that, depending on what the country actually needs in the time being. So let's try and drive this forward and give everybody an understanding on what this actually is, on what UBI actually is, and hopefully people can support it. So anyways, let me know what you think. Comment down below. Hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. And remember that I do a giveaway every week. Make sure you go over to my Instagram and let me know you're subscribed to both of my YouTube channels and you want to enter the giveaway. Remember to look out for the PC build that I'm going to be doing on my buddy's channel. I can't wait for that, because then I'll be able to edit videos a lot faster once we get that fully built. And hopefully I'll have a different setup here. Instead of facing this way, maybe I'll face that way. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure you check out my store down below if you want to get any, YouTube equipment, credit card accessories, things like that. But that's it, guys. I'm going to have to get out of here. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.